Hello, I'm Dr. Jeff Moorhouse, and as I reflect on my time here in Kingsport, uh, there's been a lot of things that we've worked through that I'm particularly proud of. And really, but before we even get to talking about the pandemic, prior to the pandemic, we were able to open up the STEM Center. We were able to get that open and students into that facility on time. And so that was a particular project that I was particularly proud of. And I also am particularly proud of the fact that we saw the expansion of STEM certification in our school system. DB Excel became a STEM certified school, and then later Washington Elementary, and being able to see that as a quality indicator for student engagement in classrooms. Um, Coming into the school district, my first budget, I had to cut $1.6 million out of the budget because of some actions that were taken prior to my arrival. And so we were able to do that successfully with minimal impact to students. And but then, as we moved into the pandemic, we were able to navigate that successfully, due in large part to a lot of decisions that were made along the way, and incredibly grateful to a lot of people that helped to assist in that. But we had developed an early warning data system, that benchmark assessment system, to be able to track students' progress and how they're performing, and to be able to see those data practices grow, and how teachers responded to that information, I think contributed to our success for our students through the pandemic. We also were able to implement a new literacy program to ensure students' reading success, and I know that that was a needed transition, and we were able to get that going before the pandemic, that I think helped provide us resources to be able to navigate that really well. Also, we were able to transfer our salary scales for our employees to make sure that those were really transparent and to get those to be competitive. And I think it's information like that has led us to become, under niche rankings this year, the #1 school district to teach in Tennessee. And so, some of these early decisions have later implications, and I think trying to tie those together. Also, during this period of time, we were able to see school resource officers expanded within the school district. We were able to expand the use of school counselors across our district to be able to serve the social emotional needs of our students in our community. Those have been good use of resources. And then the relationships that we've been able to build with the city, I know that this is going to be impacted a little bit, but to be able to get to a point in time where the city and the Board of Education were able to come together for a $68 million scheduled capital improvement plan. We know that we're having to revisit that. That's probably, now that we have some additional people moving to Kingsport, that we're going to have to think about that. And the thing that wasn't on the radar at that time was the dome roof needing to be replaced. And so having to factor those items in. We're waiting for that data to come back, but to get to a point in time where we recognized it was time to invest back into our facilities for us to be the school system that our community wanted. I'm proud of the addition of TCAT Elizabethton and the Construction Trades Institute, and our expansion of CTE programs and industry certifications during this period of time, to be able to allow other opportunities for students to express their unique genius and how they can make valuable contributions to our community. Our Portrait of a Graduate process was something that we did prior to the pandemic, to be able to identify the success skills that all of our community, business, and industry feels like it's important for our students to be able to demonstrate. And so to develop our strategic plan during the pandemic for how we're going to put that in place once we come out, and to get that rolled out today, or this at the start of this year, was a real important milestone in continuing to help us move forward. I'm just particularly proud of the relationships we were able to build with our business community and expansion of our apprenticeship programs with Silgan, Eastman Chemical Company, Appalachian Electric. I know I'm leaving some folks out, but to be able to have those partnerships for students to be able to do apprenticeships is a really positive move forward for both business and industry, for the success of students. And to help redefine what success is that it's not just simply a score on a test, but it's when you can answer the question, who am I, and how do you bridge into a successful career once you leave our school system. And so being able to do that. And so, yeah, as we come out of the pandemic, to know that we've been able to achieve number 4 in niche rankings for number 4 school district in the state, number 1 place to teach, that our students' achievement scores continue to rise in state rankings. Those are all things that I'm particularly proud of, what we are able to accomplish during what is arguably the most tumultuous time in the history of our state and our country. And to be able to be chosen to sit in this seat during that time, to navigate what I consider to be the lighthouse district for our region and state, and to be able to do that well is certainly a rewarding piece of information for me.